Good morning. If we could please stand for the pledge. Mayor Brandon Sackbun is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance today. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, good morning. Sorry for the last minute delay in communication last week on rescheduling this meeting. Commissioner Klinkenbeard and I were both out of town, so here we are on Wednesday. Mr. Hutchings, we'll let you take over from here.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. We have minutes from August 5th of 2025. I would ask for the commissioners to approve those, please.
Motion to approve.
I'll second. Any questions, Mike?
Oh.
If we got them, we'll give them to Brady. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Thank you. And then we have a claim docket dated August 1st of 2025 through August 8th of 2025 in the amount of $873,660.75. Would ask for the commissioners to approve that, please.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anything else, Mr. Hutchings?
No, sir.
Thank you. All right, we got about 3 or 4 things to go through here. The first thing is Resolution 2025-4, which is assigning a tax sale certificate to the city. This is a piece of property that is, well, go ahead, Mayor.
Yeah, good morning, Commissioner Schweitzer and Commissioner Moritz. Thank you, guys. Before you have Resolution 2025-4, which is assigning tax sale certificates to the city, and then the parcel in conversation is, depends on how old you are, referred to as 19th and Beach, Columbia Home Products, Columbia Enameling, General Houseware. That's it. See, there's always one in the room. This is a project that the EPA started to help us with last year. They allocated about $5 million of emergency Superfund cleanup, new presidential administration, new EPA regional director, and they decided to also help us with some additional testing. Right now, the surface is clean, and we are working with IDEM and the EPA to do testing underground to see what additional cleanup needs to happen. The resolution before you is to essentially begin the very long process of transferring that property from the individuals who have it today to the City of Terre Haute Redevelopment Office. The end state would be a public-private partnership. We are exploring housing and commercial options, market rate housing, but since it's such a long process, we wanted to get started now. The commissioners were gracious enough to transfer property over to the city 17 months ago, and it's still not been signed by the judge yet, and we understand there's reasons why. It's a long process. From my personal perspective, as well as my role as mayor, I think it is absolutely ridiculous that the federal government and state government can come in and help with $7 million of work in total, and this property could still theoretically go to the group of individuals that created a war zone in the middle of our city. And with that request today, I ask that we begin the process of taking that property back from them. Once we clean it up, then moving through the public-private partnership process to add to the housing stock of the city of Terre Haute and hopefully add some commercial opportunities.
Alex, anything else you want to add?
I just do want to sneak in here, steal a moment for the tax sale purposes. Registration does open today at 8 a.m., so if you want to be a bidder, please jump in on that. We're just happy to get rid of more properties, give them to the city,
Okay.
get them taken care of, yeah.
So these are 18, I believe, different properties.
18 of the initial 27.
Yeah.
Eventually, there will be 9 more parcels that
Okay.
can go over.
I want to say, Alex, you've done a fantastic job at this, so congratulations on that. You've done really good work on that.
Yes.
And Mayor, you're 100% correct. It is complete BS how this has been elongated out to this scenario, but happy to get these to you. So, Mike, any questions or comments?
Yes, this is huge. Like you say, war zone, and money to clean it up, and then not only clean it up, but to continue with the improvement. So, very good.
I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to quitclaim deed this to the city of Terre Haute, or no, redevelopment, right?
Yep.
Redevelopment. Thank you.
All right, I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks for being here, Mayor. See you another meeting later. Sure. All right, Larry, your same Sarah contract?
Good morning.
Morning.
So before you is a Samsara contract. This is for software and hardware for GPS enabling our plow trucks for winter operations. So this has been a long time coming. We've been trying to work on this for about the last year or so. We finally got to a contract here with Samsara. Terry has reviewed the contract. He did recommend some changes. They are working on those changes, but I would ask that we approve this contract pending his approval of those changes. That way we could keep the ball rolling. I know, it's not been snowing lately, but we need to get this thing going and get everything installed and make sure it's functioning before that first snowflake falls. So I'd like to get this kind of rolling as we can. The first year payment is prorated for the last 6 months of the year, is $8,028, and then the next year it will be a $15,288 annual payment on that, and that will provide us the software to track our trucks and also front-facing dash cameras that will also allow us to see the road conditions in a live aspect.
And this includes our pre-treating trucks?
Yes, includes our pre-treating trucks, our brine trucks.
Brine trucks.
All of our winter operation vehicles. It doesn't include like our pickup trucks and things like that for all of our other use, but it will be all of our tandems, our single axles, anything we use to plow with
Yep.
or treat roads.
And Larry's right. We talked about it. They're gonna make the changes I requested. So he wants to get it approved today, but we're not gonna sign it until we get back the changes.
Okay. Motion to approve this contract.
Yeah, I'll second. Before we vote here, I think we have a great relationship with the Vigo County School Corporation. And to be honest with folks in the community about our schedules for snow plowing, there is no schedule. It's so difficult to keep up with that, especially during a heavy snow, that it's hard to tell you exactly where we're going and where we have been. So the point of this software, Larry and Scott have been working on, is to be able to provide a link on our website, working with Scott Swan, to show where those trucks have been, where they're going in subdivisions, what county roads have been plowed. And the school corporation can use that information on making decisions on 2-hour delays or closures or 1-hour delays and stuff like that. So this is really cool, really good. It'll also provide maybe an opportunity for a camera in a truck to people to kind of get a live view of what's going on for our media friends, and see how things work during the winter. So
Yeah, I think the front-facing dash camera, it provides a little bit of security for our drivers as well on what they're encountering out there on the road. So we get a lot of complaints as if people hit our mailbox, or there's an accident or something that we caused or something to that effect. Not that that's the intent for it, that's just an added benefit. The main purpose is for us to just be able to see the condition of the roads out there, with our own eyes, be able to make those, those determinations, and like you said, being able to make that available to the public, as well as other entities like school corporations as well.
all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Thanks, Larry.
Thank you.
All right. And we got a quick claim deed here from the Board of Commissioners to the Community Development Corporation. Not many of you know what that is yet because we haven't announced it yet, but we're going to talk about the new nonprofit Vigo County Community Development Corporation next week. It's a corporation that's been started by the Vigo County Commissioners, a nonprofit organization for the county to transfer properties into and make it a lot easier to sell and transfer to other individuals who are willing to make investments in those properties. It could be properties left over from a tax sale. It could be current county-owned properties that are under the Board of Commissioners' name that we want to sell to an individual that they're going to build 10 houses on, things like that. Kevin can tell you from the assessor's office, there are a lot of properties that the Board of Commissioners own, several that are currently just sitting there that we're doing nothing with. So we started this corporation utilizing Terry and Jewel, if anybody remembers him, from the city of Terre Haute, Taft Law Firm. They've done all the legal paperwork. The organization has met once to approve the bylaws, and what else? Articles of incorporation.
And a couple policies.
And a couple policies. We'll make the announcement next week on who those board members are. This is a step in a direction, kind of like the city of Terre Haute's taking on trying to find those properties. The city utilizes Jordan Marvel and the Redevelopment Commission. This board can act the same exact way in property transfers and acquisitions, and build up some coffers to potentially use that money for infrastructure projects or whatever might be coming down the pipe. So this is the first property transfer. It's a quitclaim deed into the CDC to sell it to a person in Riley for a housing project. So Terry, you want to touch on this anymore? That's pretty much
That
it.
pretty much covers it.
Yeah.
This is the one that Mark's been involved in, and he
Mhm.
requested that we prepare, so
Right.
it's just a single lot, so
Yep.
that there's other development going around this lot, and the lot's just sitting there, not being used for anything.
Yep.
Yeah. Another example of it could be, say, i.e., a lot next to somebody, they maintained it, mowed it for several years, and they would like to take possession of it, and we can transfer those properties very readily. Talked to some of those people at the tax sale this year. They spent their whole day here trying to go through the tax sale. I think most of them got transacted in a proper manner, but it would simplify that process where, and we could actually go out and talk to some of those people and get some of those properties back on the tax roll.
Yeah, and you would be surprised about how many people, I know Tammy's dealt with 2 or 3 in the last probably month or so. We have the opportunity to take 10 acres from an individual that now lives in Fort Myers, Florida, that's not interested in owning his property anymore. And that would be a great piece of property to put in the CDC, try to find somebody willing to purchase it from us and develop that land. And also we get phone calls all the time about dilapidated properties. Of course, they've ran through the tax sale several times, but if it's worth something, we like to put that back on the tax rolls and bring that money back to the county. So I think that's the whole goal of this, is to, Alex has done a great job in her role. The auditor's office is doing a great job in making sure those tax sales, the end of the day, we don't want any properties in a tax sale. I know that's inevitable, but to reduce those properties from the 500 or 600 it has been, now down to the 250s, 300s, and then hopefully, the 10s or 20s in the future would be fantastic. So another thing Alex has done, it, and she didn't talk about it earlier, we have the potential of doing is having a fire sale at the end of the year. If several properties during the tax sale don't sell, we might send a letter to nearby landowners that say, hey, this property didn't sell. We might start the bid at $250. Don't quote me on that. Don't know if that's what it's going to be. And the nearby neighbor who might not know that property was even in the tax sale will have a chance to purchase that. And Alex is going to correct me, yeah.
I just want to add something. So the certificate sale that we offer is the shorter bid, the shorter redemption period, all of this. The difference between our certificate sale and essentially your sale, they would be getting deed in hand at the time of sale, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Right.
so they don't have to go through an attorney, send notice, petition for the deed. They don't have to do all that. Essentially, them purchasing would be getting deed in hand. So it is different from our sale. It's not,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that'd be, again, we advertise it in the newspaper. Not everybody gets the newspaper. It's online. What's the process this year? Is in person, right?
No,
Here,
so
okay.
this year's tax sale is going to be online. Like I said earlier, registration did open at 8 a.m. today. It goes until, I believe, September 12th. The sale starts September 16th at 10 a.m. It is all online. There is a link on our website. That's what I was going to say. We advertise it in the newspaper once. Typically, we advertise 3 times every year. We're going to do a little different this year. We're going to advertise in the newspaper once, and it is posted on our website as well, the auditor's website. The link is there. The registration link's all there. Just go Google Beagle County Auditor's Office, and it'll pull you to our links.
Cool. All right, thank you. So pay attention. The general public should know that we're trying to get these properties back to people willing to pay the taxes on them. The end goal is just to make sure we're collecting the revenue. As taxation changes, moving into 2027, with new laws enacted, we need to be able to capture as much as we can to continue the great services that Vigo County provides. So, Mike, anything else?
I was just thinking of one piece of property we wanted to get absorbed by the county that's in the middle of a creek. And the people are paying property taxes on it or not, and they don't deserve, there's just some cleanup things to do on properties to make it fair and and get these things out of the process. Just clean them up.
All right, we'll entertain a motion for the quick claim deed.
I'd make a motion for this
Second.
quick thing.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, so Ben, and are you from WTWO? No? Okay, all right, great. Nice to meet you. Oh, yeah, I texted you last, yeah, okay, cool. All right, pay attention next week, we'll get that out in the public about CDC. All right. Well, it's time, comments from the public. Any comments from the public today? None at all, okay. Comments from commissioners or other elected officials?
I'm all right.
Well, I will say, I was not here last week, family vacation, and then last couple of days was with some friends on doing a couple things. Watch the council meeting tomorrow night, and Norm, I appreciate you and everything you're doing for the county. I don't know if you hear that enough. There was an issue with group homes over the past. We've rectified that issue, and Norm has taken that by the horns and done a fantastic job. There was a little bit of belittlement over the last week or so to Norm that I don't appreciate from some people, especially being on the day-to-day operations and seeing what Norm brings to the table and the good work he's doing on behalf of less fortunate children in this community, which should ultimately be our goal altogether, to make sure those kids are not falling through the cracks and providing a good life for them to get them out of the terrible situations they're in. Norm put a plan together to bring our second group home back online, and it caught some fierce criticism there for a little bit, but ultimately the council, which we're thankful for, approved that last night, and Norm is moving forward at the Rose Hill home to improve that, to get more kids in that program and out of the quote-quote system that they're in right now. So Norm, just wanted to say we appreciate that and all the work you put into that, and look forward to getting that open first of the year sometime. So, anybody else, any other elected officials or department heads want to say anything? Okay, we have an area planning rezoning meeting. Is Jared in here? Okay, all right. We'll recess for 5 minutes and then we'll go back into that. So thank you.